So the scalp on seller, yeah, trend is too far away. There's nothing to do with trend here. Like there's even if you were to take trend here to here, like there's nothing that's going to break trend here. Like this just looks like continued distribution right now, right? So go back to something like Matic, and let's focus on Matic right now. You go back here to Matic, and you can see exactly where this is trying to pull back to. It's possibly trying to pull back to this 210, but I would say more likely Matic is going to start testing a trend. So we have to find this uptrend here. That's that there. So it actually broke trend, which is fine. And again, until this breaks trend, there's no real reason to get in until you find a bottom. So you have to make a decision. Either you buy the whole level in the move, or you buy the actual trend break. So you have to make that decision, right? Like right here, if we were to buy trend break, it would have been, and even there's a couple trends here like this, right? You got this to this, which is it's kind of critical support, right? So if we were to do this, it would be kind of its critical support, and then you have this to this, which I guess is trying to be bought right now, but I don't really think it's holding very well. Usually something will happen like that, bounce and up. This rejects the valley right here to the move. So this does actually reject the valley to the move. So the inverse level here is still being rejected, and it's not laddering. So until we actually back target this, there's no point to even look at this. More so, I like to see hold levels get hit. This is almost a perfect buy right here. This is where I'm seeing seller is going to be rebuy territory if it's going to keep trending up, right? And this just becomes hold levels, break levels, what it's doing on micro time frames, right? Overall target, again, that 266 level. These aren't decisions we can make without understanding the higher targets, right? So Matic right now, not so good of a scalp, but it's coming close. Seller, however, may be getting closer to a potential buy area. I think seller possibly here could be a trend touch move up. And then you have to assess this area too, right? Like you have to assess this right here. You have to assess what has been happening in the entirety of this move, right? So what did this block do? This block back targeted what? Oops. This block back targets this origin, I'm assuming, right here. So let's do this. Let's make this an origin, right? So now we're getting something different with scalping. Now we're getting into kind of like these blocks of information. You have a daily, didn't hit an inverse, not that I can see. Nope, didn't hit the inverse. So you just targeted a 4-hour level, probably. I can't see anything else that would have been targeted here. Yeah, 4-hour level targeted. So that's fine. You targeted a 4-hour level. I wonder if this is a 12. Probably not. No. So you kind of have two sections of this. You have this right here, right? This is one block. This is your second block. So you have to understand the targets of each block in order to back test these levels in here. And what looks to be the level right here, we got a 4-hour time frame, looks to be the level is this inverse right here that needs to be targeted, which will be a valley start here. We need to see what happened on the daily actually here. So quite simply, you have the daily test there. That's fine. So in order to get here, right, in order to get into this block in a scalping time frame, right, in order to get here, you have to break this first. You have to break the current here, because what this is doing here is attacking this block right here. So this scalp level is attacking this right here. When this is attacked, it can therefore ladder up to this, which has already been attacked, and even this daily, but it has to break the current block that it's in. Right? So then we start to go inside of this block right here to start making these decisions of what to do with the scalp, where to take position, what to do, shorter time frame, because scalping is just all about shorter time frames, right? We still know we have trend. We still know that there's been no real attack of a valley, right? Like this is almost, funny enough, this is almost the exact same thing as Bitcoin, because Bitcoin had this big run up just like this, and it created this 4-hour level. So actually, if we go to Bitcoin, you guys will see this exact same pattern happen on Bitcoin. Thanks. The exact same pattern happened on Bitcoin. It created this big run up block. And really, the only way it can ever move outside of this block is to attack this 4 hour level right here. There's nothing else in between. And that's the exact same thing that seller is doing, right? Like there is nothing else in between. There are no other levels. The level is here. There is no up and down and up and down and up and down on a level here and a level here. So that's very important to know in scalping. Bitcoin did the exact same thing, right? It created this 4 hour level. So really, Bitcoin had one choice. It had the choice of this. It created the top. It comes down to test the trend that it needs to, and then it ladders up on micro time frames up against this 4 hour to have a breakout. It can't do that. It's too hard of a move for it to do that. Instead, you're seeing Bitcoin perpetually failing down, which is the pullback that's supposed to happen on Bitcoin, which is happening perfectly right now. And you can see what it's doing. It has this 4 hour level, this 4 hour valley that it needs to create, and it will micro trend against that, right? So you dive down into Bitcoin and you look at the micro trending it does, and sure, so it has the first 4 hour valley there, breaks it, comes up, tests the inverse here, right here, comes up, attacks this valley right here, right, has its pullback, comes, attacks this valley right here. So it's micro trending, but the problem is that Bitcoin has is these micro trends have to end up constantly going up to this 4 hour level and not inversing somewhere. So the amount of inverse levels here looks like it hit this inverse right here. The amount of inverse levels here are quite staggering. Right there. So it inversed off the level, which is showing you failure, right? So there's too much in the way. So this is the same dilemma that seller is having right now. It has this 15-minute valley, but it's almost the exact same move as Bitcoin. So you can expect this thing to backtest trend, right? Just like Bitcoin did, it backtest trend, just like it does here, backtest trend, comes up, fails off an inverse, backtest trend, right? So you start breaking this down into lower time frames, right? Where's the failure on this? So because this is all part of scalping, right? You can't just make these decisions. You can't just go into scalping. You have to get a complete picture of what is possible in a scalp in order to even kind of start this. So we can see the inverse level right here. Looks like maybe it's even on a 5-minute time frame, question mark. Yeah, right there. So we can get rid of this. That's fine. That's no longer there. Maximum inverse level is there. I wonder if there's something more clear on the 1 minute. It is scalp territory. So it is going to be pretty nitty like this. It is going to be pretty, oops. You have this right here kind of as rejection level, and it hasn't even hit that. So this is just falling down right now. Like this is just falling down. You have to wait for this kind of distribution to end. It had tried to hold this valley that started, and it's still trying to right now. So this is actually holding its uptrend. So this is somewhere where I may start to look at entering a scalp position on this. If I am entering a scalp position on this, your first target is going to be here, and we will watch this play out. Obviously, it's going to be your valley. So we're gonna watch this play out as we're doing this. Your first target's going to be there, and you have to see how it reacts, because right now it's inversing the level, right? Like it's right now it's just inversing the level. So if this thing is going to continue trending down, it's going to do it off of this level, right, against trend. We've already broken this. We haven't back tested so this is what I'm looking at. We haven't back tested the trend yet. We are holding this level here. We've held it twice, which is a breakout level that I guess we decided from the past. I'm not sure where we use dotted line, but it's there. I guess this is probably an origin level breakout. It's trying to hold that valley that broke it out. And right now it hasn't tested trend, and it's inversing off of this level. So until we hit this valley, I don't think, and then we're going to have a pullback on this valley. So if this is going to move up, this is going to be your buy right here at 160, right? Because you're going to push up to 163, and it's not so important that you can say 161 is a buy right now. What's more important is hitting a hold level and letting trend break. Like really, what I'm looking for on this is to hit this hold level down here until trend can break. So I kind of just want to see this thing. Pull back and hit this trend and fall down, and get to this point out here, right, where it can impulse up again. Because right now it's just kind of, it looks like distribution. It just looks like falling distribution. So to me, that's what seller looks like. So this is kind of a micro decision we make with all information and quickly ascertaining exactly what is going on with this move, finding the trends, right? Finding where it can break next, because we need to have an excuse to buy this thing. We can't just haphazardly go into this, oh, it's got good volume, let's buy, see what happens. No, like we have to have a decision here. And we have to know even more about this too. Even we have to start finding valleys, like what's the breakout point? Obviously, This level hasn't been tested. So this valley hasn't been tested. So we need to start dissecting again what we're looking at with this valley. So we're going to color this one. We're going to kind of like, people probably can't do that. We're going to do like an orange here. Yeah, orange looks good. And we'll maybe make it a little thicker. We're going to do orange for a level. So we have to also find exactly where the valley is that we need to break. The 15-minute is up here. Like we know that 15-minute is up here, which is just a test of this level. So now we have to start thinking that this could possibly be an origin level being set for the future. This could possibly be a breakout level for the future. So this was a 4-hour valley. We're testing it here and we're pulling it back. This is going to make this an origin level. So we know we probably can't pass this level. If we fail this trend, that's the thing about trend. If you guys remember, we create origin levels when we break trend. So this trend here, when this trend down, well, okay, you have a couple trends. You have this one right here, which isn't going to break. I can't see this breaking, right? So let's do this properly. You have kind of its current legacy trend right here. You have this right here, right, which is going to be the global right there. And then you would have, oh boy, people can't really see that one. Let me change the color. We'll do that one. I think people can see better. Make it a little thicker. And then you have, come on. Sure, that one's going to be easier to snap to. It's going to be relatively close in price here. And then you have this right here. So you kind of have, oh, that's not quite right. There. Oh, I can't see that. Yikes, old age. My eyes are getting old. So you currently have kind of this green trend, and when this breaks, you're creating this as a legacy trend, or sorry, as an origin trend. So this is going to be an origin breakout level in the future, which probably is going to be accurate. Like QKC faces the same problem right now too, right? Like QKC, it could possibly create that daily as an origin level, but the thing about QKC is it's not impulsive, right? Like these impulsive moves like this, like look at how impulsive this is, 30% in, come on, 30% in, what is this, 2 hours.
Hey everyone, how's it going? As you know, I'm now giving out some of this content for free that I was otherwise charging for the past little while. Yeah, drop a donation, subscribe to the channel, join Patreon. You'll get access to Discord. Great way. Lots of top level traders in there, people who are doing this for a career every single day. So go to Patreon, join a tier, get access to Discord. Go on Reddit, talk about future of trading, talk about the science of trading, talk about cotton candy, socials, everything you can. Let's help this thing grow. It's the way you guys can thank me for giving out this content for free that I was otherwise charging money for. So I'll leave a Bitcoin address on the screen. I'll leave the Patreon address on the screen. Just do something to help out. Okay, thanks guys. Take care.